Etihad Airways recently changed their cabin crew requirements, not dramatically but very intentionally. And if you understand how big companies work, you will know this was not done by accident. When an airline like Etihad updates even a few lines on its official website, it means one thing. Someone analyzed the situation, someone rewrote the message, someone reviewed it, someone approved it, and only then it went live. So today I want to show you what exactly changed, why it matters, and most importantly, what this means for you if you're applying for cabin crew now. If you're new here, hi, my name is Arina. I'm a former cabin crew and now the founder of a platform that prepares candidates for cabin crew interviews. And because I work with applicants every single day, I can tell you one thing for sure. Requirements are not just rules, they are a message. So let's decode that message together. Let's start with how things looked previously. Before, Etihad requirements were very formal and technical. You needed minimum high school education, fluent English with another language considered a plus, minimum age of 21, minimum height of 160 centimeters, no tattoos or body piercing with detailed exceptions, no criminal records, willingness to serve alcohol even during Ramadan, ability to swim with a flotation device, visa compliance. And then there was a separate skills section: excellent communication, excellent customer orientation, excellent English. Very standard, very generic. Now let's talk about what Etihad changed and why these updates actually matter. First requirement is age. Now it clearly states minimum 21 years of age at the time of application. This might sound like a small detail, but it removes confusion. Before, candidates were applying too early, and airlines don't like gray zones. A clear rule means fewer mistakes for both sides. Next, height. The minimum changed from 160 to 163 centimeters. Many candidates think, oh, 1 or 2 centimeters won't matter, but airlines think differently. By increasing this number, Etihad protects its standards. It's a quiet change, but a strict one. Now we come to the most important change. Etihad now says that you need to be able to inspire guests through innovative hospitality. This line did not exist before. Previously, everything was hidden behind phrases like excellent communication skills or customer orientation. Now they are clearly telling you what kind of cabin crew they want. Not just someone who follows instructions, but someone who creates an experience. And this perfectly reflects where aviation is going, especially in the GCC region, where guests are more demanding than ever. The next requirement is language. It is now simple and direct. Fluent English, written and spoken. Before, Etihad clearly mentioned that another language in addition to English was considered a benefit. In the new requirements, that line is gone, and this is important. Some candidates speak other languages fluently and assume that this will compensate for weaker English. But this update makes the standard very clear. It won't. English is not a bonus, it's not something you can balance out, it's the foundation. If you want to practice real aviation English, the kind you actually need during interviews and training, you can do this on Space Hint using cabin crew roleplay scenarios. This alone can double your confidence. Additional languages can still be useful later in your career, but at the application stage, your English must already be strong, because that's the language in which everything else is evaluated. The next criteria, education. High school education is still required, but it's no longer the first thing they highlight. And that tells us something important. Personality, mindset, and behavior now matter more than diplomas. Regarding appearance, Etihad now mentions just one thing: no visible tattoos while in uniform. Body piercing is no longer described in detail. From personal experience as a former Etihad and Qatar Airways cabin crew, I had several piercings in both ears. The holes were not visible and no one ever asked about them, so it's okay. Another very important addition is this line: comfortable with irregular hours and working on a roster. This wasn't clearly stated before. Now the airline is being honest. This job affects your sleep, your body, and your routine. They are making sure you fully understand what you're signing up for. Etihad also now openly describes the personality they are looking for: positive, confident, flexible, and friendly. They also added passion for travel, people, and new experiences. And I want to say this honestly: if you don't enjoy people, change, and movement, don't force yourself into this job. There are many careers where you can earn similar money and live more comfortably, and that's completely okay. Next, an important group of criteria: global mindset, style, and professionalism. Etihad now clearly requires adaptability to different cultures and fast changing environments. They also kept the focus on personal style and presentation, but added one very important word: professionalism. And this changes the meaning completely. Before, the focus was mainly on appearance, style, image, presentation. Now it's no longer just about how you look, it's about how you behave, how you communicate with guests and your team, how you react in difficult situations, and how reliable you are as a person. In other words, Etihad is saying we don't just want a polished image, we want a mature, professional human being. One more key change: they now clearly state committed to onboard safety and following all procedures. Safety was always part of the job, but now it's clearly placed at the center again. This brings the profession back to its foundation. Now that we've looked at what changed, let's talk about what Etihad removed. They removed the mention of criminal records, alcohol during Ramadan, swimming requirements, and detailed visa rules. This doesn't mean these things no longer matter. It means Etihad removed secondary details to highlight the essence of the role and the type of person they are looking for. So, what does all this mean for you? These changes are not random. Etihad is clearly showing who they want, how they think, and what kind of cabin crew will succeed in the future. So, if you're preparing for interviews, don't just memorize requirements, understand the mindset behind them. That's what recruiters feel immediately. This is exactly why I created Space In to help candidates prepare for real life aviation expectations. On the platform, you can rehearse interview stages online and make mistakes safely, not at a real interview. Very soon, we're also launching a mobile app for iOS and Android, plus an exclusive course on cabin crew profession essentials. You'll learn how the selection and training process really works, what actually happens on the flight, which skills are essential for safety and service, and whether this profession is truly a right fit for you. Sign up on SpaceHint today. The link is below the video, and be the first to get the best offer. You already know my approach: practical, honest, and useful. Trust me, this platform is a real game changer. And if this video was helpful too, like it, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone preparing for cabin crew interviews. More videos are coming. Stay tuned. Leave your questions in the comments. We'll make content based on what you need. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.